What is poppin', y'all? My name is Lacey. Welcome back to Laced Up, your girl's favorite sports podcast talking all things Texas Longhorns. It's recruiting season, y'all, and I'm so excited. We are finally heating up on the recruiting trail. I know that a lot of people are getting pretty impatient with Sark and how he recruits, but I have a good feeling that we're starting to get to the point to where the floodgates are about to open, and I'm excited to see where this class ends up. We have two big weekends coming up, June 16th through the 18th and June 23rd through the 25th. We've got some big name guys, very, very talented kids coming in. And on this week's episode, I'm going to highlight my top 10. I'm going to give you guys my top 10 names that I think that you guys should keep an eye out for in this 24 recruiting class. There are some crazy talented athletic guys on here. I'm really excited to go through this list with y'all. So let's just go ahead and get started. Let's start this episode off with a bang, y'all. Let's start it off really, really strong with number one edge prospect out of Duncanville, Colin Simmons. On3 has him measured at 6'2.5", 225 pounds with a 34-inch arm prior to his junior season. Colin is one of those guys that has freak athleticism. He's explosive. He has a very quick first step. His wingspan allows him to disengage from linemen, and with that quick first step, he's in the backfield before the play even develops and anybody even sees what the hell is going on and understands where he's at. He's already around and past whoever's in front of him. This dude is crazy. He's got great timing. Like I said, if he gets your snap count, he's past you before you even realize what's going on. He's got a great presence on the field. He genuinely scares offenses. He's one of those guys that is on the edge and you just know he's coming full force. He's got a very, very high football IQ, and he's just a very natural leader on the field. This is one of those guys that I feel like Texas really, really needs this type of prospect. I feel like this is one position that out of high school, Texas under Steve Sarkisian has kind of struggled to get that really elite edge prospect out of high school. I have a lot of faith in the guys that we have on campus, Justice Finkley, Ethan Burke, those types of guys. I have faith in their development. I have faith in their growth, and I really think those guys are going to do really well for us. Ethan Burke is huge, and I think that he's going to be really good for us. Justin Finkley just is all over the field. He's ready to get in there as well, and I'm excited to see those guys, but just having Colin Simmons in that room just seems like he's a type of guy that we've really been missing. He's the type of prospect that we've been missing on the defensive line. Very Von Miller-esque type of pass rush skills. Just his physical tools. He's very good at finishing his plays and disrupting pass lanes. This is a guy that we need to look out for. So this recruitment seems to be going for the long haul. As of right now, it's seeming like it's going to end up being a Texas versus LSU battle. So keep an eye on that one because it's going to come down to the wire for both those teams. Colin is going to be in Austin June 23rd through the 25th. So he's going to be coming in the second weekend of our two big recruiting weekends. Now let's switch over to our highest rated prospect on the offensive side of the ball, and that is going to be Micah Hudson out of Lake Belton High School. He will be on campus the same weekend as Colin, the 23rd through the 25th, and this is another guy that we can be extremely excited about. He is a very dynamic playmaker. He is explosive. He's one of those kids that you can't take your eyes off of him whenever he's on the field. He can do it all. He can go up and fight for contested passes. He can turn short yardage passes into touchdowns. He's great in between the tackles and on the edge. He's very physical. He'll run through and around defenders. He has great ball handling skills. Just every single tool in the arsenal that you want a receiver to have, Micah has. He's an amazing route runner. He's got a great IQ, and he's just well advanced beyond his years. And he's a number 2 recruit in the state of Texas. He is the number 4 recruit nationally. This kid is just wild. He's, like I said, he's super fast, dynamic. He just has a natural ability for the game, and he's really good at what he does, and it's really, really good and really exciting to get him onto campus. This is a recruitment that is going to be pretty interesting. It's seeming that it's going to end up being a Texas versus Texas Tech battle. Texas Tech simply based off of, what Joey McGuire is building. And I actually think that this one might come down to the wire. I think it could be a lot closer than a lot of people give it credit for. He's going into Texas Tech this upcoming weekend, the 16th through the 18th. So if we make it out of that without him committing to Tech and we get him on the 23rd through the 25th, I think we're sitting really good to get Micah Hudson. So I will make sure to keep you guys updated on that one because I think that one could end up coming down to the wire. Back to the defensive side of the ball, another guy that I'm excited to get on campus is 5-star defensive back prospect Kobe Black out of Waco Connolly. He'll be in on the same weekend as Colin and Micah, the 23rd through the 25th, and the term athlete is a really great description. He's played all over the field. He's lined up on the offensive and defensive side of the ball for Connolly. The way that he sees the field is beneficial on both sides, but we are recruiting him for corner, so he's got a great size for corner on the boundary. He measures at 6'1", around 185 to 190 pounds. On 3 has him listed as both in his scouting report. In the actual description, it says 185, and then up top it says 190. So I'm not 100% sure which is correct, but he's around that size. He also measures at a 6'7" wingspan. So he's very long, and he's much more filled out than a lot of the other highly rated prospects in this class. So he measures really well. He's got great size, but also he shows a lot of strengths as a corner. He's got a very quick burst. He's much more quick than he is fast. He's very versatile. He tracks the ball really, really well. He's got great instincts. His ability to change direction and be sudden in his movements is a very strong positive for him. He's got the length and the size to be able to reroute receivers at the line and to really mess up plays and jump routes from the get-go. So he's a really exciting player to watch, and I'm really excited to see what Terry Joseph and company is able to do with this recruitment. Texas is looking really, really good in this, so I am really excited to get him back on campus and really excited to see where we go with this kid. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. I know whenever my mom and I are trying to think of gifts to get my dad, it's always super easy to just go to our default, which is sports apparel, and we always go to Fanatics. Anything from hats, jerseys, shirts, sweatshirts, Fanatics has it all. They have every team, every sport you can think of. And I know my dad never gets tired of Bears or Longhorns gear, and it's always super exciting to see his face and how excited he is to get his new Fanatics gear. So make sure you follow the link in my description and go get your Father's Day gifts today. One guy that I was a little bit, not shocked, but shocked to see that we were getting an official with is 5-star receiver out of St. Louis, Ryan Wingo. So he's been a pretty heavy Georgia lean for a while. I was a little shocked to see us get in on this recruitment, especially with a new receiver coach. I wasn't really sure how that all was going to end up working out, how well of a recruiter he was going to be with him coming from the NFL. So this one was a little bit of a shock to me. Obviously, really excited with him being a 5-star receiver. He's got a lot of great talents. He's fast. He's an explosive playmaker. His ability to defeat the angle with the ball is among the best of the entire 24 class. He's got an amazing ball handling skills while also being extremely physical. So that is an extremely valuable trait to have in a receiver, especially a young receiver. He's great at making defenders miss in tight windows and finishing runs, which is rare with how fast he is. He measures in at 6'2", 215 pounds, so he is that bigger body wide receiver for us. And with his abilities to make defenders miss and everything, I feel like he's going to be a really big target for Chris Jackson and that core. We're going to need, after this season, with the way that we are hoping and expecting our receiver room to do this season, we're getting to the point to where we need to start stacking receiver classes as well. So getting Ryan Wingo and Micah Hudson in is going to be really, really big for us. And I'm really excited to see what kind of noise Chris Jackson can make with this one. Because like I said, he is and has been a pretty heavy Georgia lean for a while. His RPM has him at 48% to Georgia. Texas isn't even listed on his on-3 currently. So do with that information what you will. But I'm really excited to see where this recruitment goes. Let's move on to Danny Okoye. And y'all, this kid is one of my hidden gems. He's one of my diamonds in the rough. He's a 4-star out of Tulsa. He's the number 1 rated prospect out of Oklahoma. He's the number 11 edge prospect. But if we're being completely honest, I think the only reason this kid is rated lower than what I think he should be is because he's in this like homeschool league, which I didn't even know was a thing. But he's homeschooled, and so he's in this like special homeschool league. And I think in all reality, that's the only reason, in my opinion, that he is rated as low as he is. He's the 168th nationally ranked recruit, and I think that if he were at a bigger name school in Texas, he would be ranked much, much higher, because this kid is so physically gifted. He is athletic, he's quick, he hits with intent, he is mean on that line. If he tackles you, you're going to the ground. He's body slamming you, he's getting you down no matter what. This kid is quick, he's strong, he's explosive as a pass rusher. He also wins with a quick first step and closing speed. He's just violent. He's violent as a finisher. He finishes junior season with 16 tackles for loss. Obviously, with him playing in a homeschool league, the talent is much different, so he will have an uptick in competition whenever he hits college. But I just don't see that being a huge problem with this kid. He's older for the cycle, so he'll be turning 19 early on in his senior year, so he'll be a 20-year-old college freshman. So he's older for the cycle, so he should be a little bit more mature. And I'm telling y'all, this kid is extremely agile, just extremely underrated. He's a diamond in the rough, and he's one of my favorites when looking at film. He's so violent. He's so mean. He plays with intent. He's got a sense of urgency. So this one is looking like it's, as of right now, it's between Texas and Oklahoma State, with Texas having a slight lean, only at about 29%. So this one is still really pretty much anyone's game, but I expect for us to make a huge, huge impression with him. He will be coming in this first weekend, so he'll be here from June 16th through the 18th. Let's switch back over to the offense and let's get into Daniel Calhoun. He's a 4-star out of Roswell, Georgia, out of Walton High School. He will be on campus June 23rd through the 25th. He is listed as an interior offensive lineman at 6'6.5" and 360 pounds. So he's that big body interior. He's dominant in pass pro with impressive athletic spurts when attacking the run game. He's got a very explosive lower body for his size. He's just pancake central whenever you look at this kid's tape. He is just putting guys on their ass the entire time. This kid is just huge. He's a big, big guy. But for his size, he's still very poised and tenacious with his step. He's got very good instinct, and there's not enough good to say about this kid. He's highly recruited by the likes of Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, Tennessee. So if you're battling Georgia and Alabama for these big-bodied offensive linemen, you're doing something good. So this one was actually kind of a surprise to me. I believe he announced fairly recently that he was coming on this official visit. So I'm really excited to see what they're able to do and the kind of impression that they're going to be able to make on this type of kid. Next guy I want to highlight is going to be 4-star corner recruit Selman Bridges out of Lake Belton. He's listed on On3 at 6'3", 160 pounds. So he's got a thin build, but he's got length. He's definitely more quick than fast, so he's got a quicker step than faster top end speed. He's very agile, and he's got great ball skills. He's got great instinct, and he's very smooth in his motion. He does a nice job of changing gears to be able to stay in phase. And like I said, he's just very fluid for a taller corner, and he's got that ability to redirect. So that's really nice to see for a kid. He's very good at reading and jumping routes. He's long and rangy with short area quickness and aggression. So I really, really like that about this kid. Like I said, he's much more quick than he is fast. But with his ability to track the ball and his ability to read and jump routes, this is a kid to be really, really excited about at the corner position. Of course, he would have to add a little bit of weight to really make that difference, but this is a guy to be excited about. He's pretty heavy Texas lean over TCU at the moment, so we'll see how that continues throughout the recruitment, but Texas is sitting pretty good with this kid. He'll be in June 23rd through the 25th. He'll be in with Colin Simmons and Kobe Black and those types of guys. Really excited to get him on campus with them.
Surprise, shawty! Surprise, y'all. I have opened up my very own merch store. Laced Up X Podcast meet Laced Up X Apparel. All designs 100% custom made by me. Available on t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, journals, pretty much anything you can think of. Just follow the link in the description to my Etsy shop and go and show your love and support. And I can't wait to see you guys in all these new items. Thank you guys so much for how much love you guys constantly show me. And I'm so excited to bring these out for you guys.
Next guy I want to talk about is going to be Jerrick Gibson out of IMG Academy, number 2 running back in the entire cycle. Can I just give a quick shout out to Tashard Choice, because this guy continues to recruit at a very elite level, getting Cedric Baxter last season. What we've seen him do with Bijan and Roshan over the past few seasons, just huge shout out to Tashard Choice and keeping that room as deep and as talented as possible. We've got a lot of talented backs in that room. For him to come back after getting Cedric Baxter and to start getting Jerrick Gibson, like I said, the number 2 running back in the entire cycle, is just great for him, great for the program, and I'm really excited. But back to Jerrick. This kid is extremely explosive. He's very twitchy. He's older for the cycle, so he plays much more mature and he's much more physically developed and advanced heading into his senior season. He just moves at a different speed than a lot of the other running backs in this class, and he carries that burst all over the field. He shows the play speed to be able to advance chunk runs. He catches the ball fairly well. Like I said, just very explosive, fast, very quick guy that is another great prospect for Tashard Choice to have under his belt. So just excited to see where this one goes. As of right now, this one is seeming to be a pretty heavy Texas lean. I know he just had a really good visit at Miami. Florida's kind of in the mix, obviously with him being out of Gainesville. But as of right now, this is seeming to be a pretty heavy Texas lean. And like I said, that is a big, big plus for Tashard Choice. Jerrick Gibson's going to be in June 23rd through the 25th, and we're really excited to have him on campus. Our last defensive prospect that we're going to get into is going to be Colin Gibson, 4-star corner recruit out of Lancaster. He's listed on On3 at 6 foot, 160 pounds. This kid's recruitment just took a cool little twisty turn in our direction, so I'll get into that in a little bit later, but I kind of want to just get into the type of player that this kid is. So he's a very smooth defensive back. He's got a dominating presence. He's got a dominating presence with a very competitive attitude on and off the field. He just carries himself in that very competitive manner whenever he's on the field. He's got very fast top end speed. He's very physical and twitchy for his size and very sticky in coverage. With coming to Texas and everything, we would like obviously to add a little bit of mass because he is thinner. He has very refined footwork in coverage, which makes it easier for him to keep up with these receivers on their routes. He's very quickly triggered in defending underneath routes as well, so he's very good in that aspect. So as some of you know, this is a pretty heavy Texas-Clemson battle. Corian was at Clemson, I believe, last weekend, and if y'all have been paying attention to what's going on in recruiting at all, I don't know what they're doing over at Clemson, but Clemson is getting everybody right now. Dabo is on his game at the moment. Dabo's one of those guys that he likes getting those recruits to commit on the spot. He likes having his guys in like that. Corian did not commit immediately on the spot after his official visit with Clemson, which means that it takes a big pendulum swing in our direction. So I'm excited to get this kid on campus. He'll be on campus June 23rd through the 25th, and this is looking better and better for Texas, especially post his Clemson visit. He did say that Clemson was his dream school, but like I said, with him not committing on the spot to Dabo right then and there, that's a very good sign for Texas, and it's a very good position to be in for this kid. Last but certainly not least on our list, we have 4-star running back Christian Clark out of Mountain Point in Phoenix, Arizona. I seem to remember another popular Texas running back out of Arizona. Maybe his name rhymes with, I don't know, Dijon Mustardson. Maybe. Sounds pretty familiar. But this is another kid that I feel like is another diamond in the rough. He's listed as the number 4 recruit out of Arizona, the number 20 running back in the nation. But this kid is quick. He's shifty and agile. He's got quick feet. And honestly, when watching his film, he does remind me a lot of Bijan in his shiftiness, in his quick feet. He's very versatile. He's got great ball handling skills. Similar to Bijan, he's great at receiving out of the backfield, really good at going up and getting contested catches. He's aggressive, good blocker, just really, really exciting kid to watch. This one is another one that I feel like is a pretty good indication of where Tashard Choice is wanting to keep the running back room. There's a specific standard that I feel like he's keeping with the running back room and the talent and the versatility with the type of guys that he's keeping available in that room. And adding Christian Clark is just another feather in the cap because this kid is extremely talented and he's very fun to watch. So I'm really excited to see where this one goes. This is seeming to be a pretty heavy Texas lean over Oregon, Florida State, and USC. Christian will be coming in this upcoming weekend from June 16th to the 18th. And like I said, I'm excited to see the kind of impression that Tashard Choice makes on the kid. I know that Christian has been in a couple times already, I believe. So I'm just excited to see how that relationship continues to grow and continues to build because he's extremely, extremely talented. So that was it, guys. That was my top 10 guys that I think that you guys should keep your eyes on. Keep your ears ears on, your eyes open, your ears open, all of the above. Keep all of it open because we've got some big recruiting weekends coming up. I'm really excited to see what Sark is able to do with this class, what he's able to stack, where he's able to get those elite guys, the guys I'm excited about. We have a lot to look forward to over the next few weeks. The end of this month and the beginning of July are going to be great for us, and I have a really good feeling that we're going to end up with a really good class. So I'm excited to see where some of these guys end up, and good luck to all of them. Thank you guys so much for listening. I really appreciate you guys coming back this week. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of the above. I really appreciate all y'all's love and support. It means everything to me. So, like I said, just feel free to let me know in the comments what you guys thought, who you guys think is somebody to look out for. If I didn't name somebody that you think is somebody that people should keep an eye on, leave a comment. Let me know. I'd love to be able to talk about it in a later episode. So, make sure that you guys are hitting that post notification bell so that you're notified every single time I upload. And that's it. Thank you guys so much again for coming. Y'all are the best. I appreciate y'all. Hook 'em horns. Peace out.